Let's start with euro-dollar daily chart. I already put a few lines here. We've seen clear upside break here, and as of now we are testing first possible supply zone, and over here it's based on what we've seen in the past, okay, and it also around 50% of that particular rally over here, okay, before we moved significantly lower. So that's the first test of this level. We are talking about the levels close to 109.70, but I think 110 psychological level is going to be tested, and the price action around here could dictate what is going to happen. To the downside, the first possible demand is slightly below 109, down towards 108.90, and it's based on the price action we've seen here, especially based on this broken swing high over here. So that's the first level of the possible demand. The second one, the second level lower here, around 108.4550, is based on what we've seen in the past, the price action over here. So based on the daily chart only, if you are a seller, you are looking for the rejection around 110, and if you are a buyer, then something in between 108.85, 108.50 might be the name of the game here short term. Let's switch lower. Let's have a look what we have when it comes to the intraday chart. There you go. This is the hourly chart, and what I like here is this strong rally. So it's gonna be easier to try to join the party. Of course, nothing is for sure here, okay? But I like this upper shadow, and it's shy below the level from the daily chart. So in that case, we are talking about the level here, and it's around 108.80. So if we are going to see from the intraday perspective some kind of the spike lower with the stop below the breakout candle, in that case we are talking about the levels below 108.60. we might try to target and retest the high around 109.6570 and targeting levels and stops around 110 and above 110. On the other hand, but I would be very careful in that case. If you are looking for the intraday price action to the downside, I would look for stop count and some kind of the failure around earlier mentioned 110. So that's how I see the euro dollar. Let's switch to the dollar yen. That's the only cross when it comes to the majors when the dollar looks quite okay. Well, the thing here is, again, I have few lines. I'm going to explain first why we have the lines to the upside. Currently, we are testing strong possible supply based on what we've seen in the past, all right, around 142.20. Okay, that's very important. If we are going to break through that level, the next possible target is going to be around 144, and it's based on this broken swing low over here. The next target is based on the previous price action, and it's the whole zone in between 145.20 and 146.75, okay? And that's the upside targets. To the downside, the first target is around 140, is the psychological level, and we see some kind of the price action. And the next one is the previous resistance around 137.40. As of now, as long as we are below 140 psychological level, I think the best case for the sellers is to trying to keep the range in between 140 142, and we might see some kind of the activity from the Bank of Japan. But as of now, I would rather buy the dips than sell the rallies as long as we are above psychological 140. Let's have a look what we have when it comes to the possible intraday price action. And in that case, we might see attempt for rejection around the current level, right? So what I'm looking for some kind of the untested levels after the intraday upside break. In that case, because here we've seen already the test, I would look for the lower levels. In that case, I would look for the level close to 140.80, okay, and with the stop below 140.40, that's the number one. Or if we are going to see deeper pullback, then some kind of the price action around 140 could be the name of the game. So aggressive attempt around 140.80, aggressive attempt, and 140 for the conservative buyers. From the intraday perspective only, if we are going to try to make the upside break with the rejection, so then the retest of 140.220, 42.15 could be used for short-term trade down towards 140.110, 140.90. Okay, let's switch to the cable. Bank of England, that's the name of the game. It's a clear upside break and looks like market may want to target that particular zone, and we are talking about the levels in between 129.85 and 131.15. All right, so that's the upside, possible upside target for now. To the downside, the possible support demand zone is around 26.25. So let's make it a little bit bigger. Of course, the bulls are dominating the market, but as you can see, if we are talking the zone between the supply and possible demand, okay, so as of now we are in the middle of the nowhere based on the daily chart. So I would rather look for a deeper pullback, maybe the knee-jerk reaction after the Bank of England, and try to buy up, or if we are going to go straight, I would look for the negative price action at the top of that zone. Let's have a look what we have when it comes to the intraday price action. There we go. And well, it's a little bit more clear in my opinion than what we have on the euro dollar. 27 is a breakout level, intraday breakout level, and we started to break from here, right? So around 26.50. So 50% of that zone is around 26.70. So anything between 26.70, 26.40 over here, that could be the buying zone. When it comes to the sellers, I would be careful actually right now, and with the very aggressive approach, I would rather see some kind of the failure around the previous week high, some kind of the rejection, and maybe targeting the level around 27. Otherwise, I would be patient and waiting for the higher levels. With that being said, guys, as usual, please do your own research, do your own homework before risking your hard-earned money. Wish you great next trading session. See you around. Take care and goodbye.